You guys, welcome to number 10 of the Derby Career Mode Live, and to start off this episode we're going to kick it off with the game against Reading, who we did recently play in real life. In the last episode we beat Leicester City at the King Power Stadium 4-1. Absolutely incredible. In this episode we got the next round of the FA Cup against Crystal Palace. I'm not too sure if we are actually in the round of 32, where we do need to actually come in the cup, because the club have the board expectation of that. I'm not too sure where we can find the FA Cup. We got the EFL Cup there, who we were knocked out by QPR, of course, and then the FA Cup not quite got to the round of 16. So I'm not too sure if we're just about to come on to this round of 16. So maybe we are in the round of 32. I'm not too sure, but we're going to kick it off with the game against Reading. If you missed the last episode, then I think you missed a really good episode. I think it was a really good episode. Like, there's nothing wrong with it at all. We did absolutely fantastically, both in terms of signings, because we got the brand new Jordan Pickford. I know it's not the most creative of signings. Maybe a few of you guys would have wanted me to do a bit of more, I don't know, an unknown talent. But I think the goalkeeper, in the past career modes I've done, I've always switched this position literally every single window. I've got a new keeper from abroad, done really well, grown loads, and then sold him on. Like, I'm not consistently keeping a keeper there. And we've had some performance issues because of constantly having to change the keeper. But I'm never going to sell Jordan Pickford. I don't care what the price tag is. Never going to sell this goalkeeper. I don't care, even if it's like 50 million. I'm going to keep him at the club, because I think in terms of long-term player, he's going to be definitely one of them, as well as Will Hughes in this club, who has actually got a bit of a contract issue at the moment. We are going to try a bit of a different thing in this game. Chris Martin going up front with Mattia Vidra. I want to see how these two do together, because we got the pace of Vidra at like 85, 86. And then Martin, with his strength, can just hold up the ball with the 76 finishing. I really want to see how those two do together up front. So yeah, I think we're just going to go into the game with this lineup. Also, we're going to put Vyman onto the bench, because Bailey, he's terrible, guys. Honestly, can't get him to perform at all. I'm not too sure. Maybe trying to a 4-3-3 would be a little bit better. He is only 19 years old, so he's still young. But yeah, he's just not doing that well. Looking at their team, they're going for a 4-3-3. El Habsi and goalie, and Moore. Is that Blackett from Man United? I think it is. Chris Gunter, Stephen Quinn, Van der Bergen, Mendes up front, Williams in the midfield as well. It's a pretty good team. 4-3-3 against our 4-4-2. I'm pretty sure we did win in the last game against Reading on this career mode, so hopefully we can repeat that performance. Oh no, really bad. Like, I didn't think that they'd score from that, so I wasn't even bothering to commentate over it, but they're just holding up the ball here. Patterson probably could have closed him down a little bit quicker. And yeah, not the best to start for Jordan Pickford. I really wanted to get a clean sheet on his debut, but Mendes with the goal there. And Mattia Vidra has actually been injured. He just did get taken down a couple of minutes ago. I'll give it a couple of minutes, because I don't want to take him off and then waste the substitution, so we'll give it till about the 40th. Ball through for Mendes here. Nobody really marking him, and he has made it 2-0 against us. Pickford with not exactly the best of debuts, just conceding just before half-time. Mendes seems to be really good. I'm pretty sure he scored in the last game when we did play him at the Majeski Stadium. But yeah, really bad time to concede as well, because yeah, I was kind of happy with that 1-0 down. We could have got back in the game, but now 2-0. We need to score 3 goals to actually win the game. Into the second half then, they are bringing on Dominic Samuel for Mendes, who has scored 2 goals. Like, why would you take off, I don't know if he's injured or something, but why would you take off the player who's on a striker and absolutely destroying us for a different player? They've also brought on John Swift in the midfield for Van der Bergen. Here we go, ball over the top for Vidra. Can he get on the end of it? Yes, he can, but he's gone for the header, not the volley. I was kind of hoping he would shoot across goal and hopefully get us the goal back into the game there. Here we go, Akechianya has won the ball on the edge into Martin. Can he cut inside and get the shot off? Yes, he can. Oh, and it's just wide. Just wide. I'm not too sure how we haven't scored. How is that Chris Martin as well? It's really annoying. Like, really? Yeah, just cutting inside, holding off with the strength, but not quite having the finishing. Obviously a little bit too, like, he's not got the best of fitness, because Reading didn't exactly play too many games with him. Here we go, Hughes on the edge of the box. We are kind of looking for the run of Anya. There we go, with the shot, and it is wide of the post. We are taking him off now, I think. Actually, no, we'll put him into the left-back position, and we've actually gone to a 4-2-4 for the last 30 minutes now. We need some goals, and we need them quick. Here we go, ball into Hughes on the edge. And find it back to Thomas Ince, into Chris Martin, who has turned the man with the shot. Your own player is in the way so many times on this game. It is flipping frustrating, like on every game mode, literally everywhere. Bit of 1-2 action here with Martin and Abdul Kamara. Has he got the pace to get into the box? Yes, he does. Cuts past the centre-back with the shot. It's terrible. Honestly, my wingers can't shoot. I don't think I have a winger that can actually shoot properly, apart from Thomas Ince, who we are playing at like centre attacking midfielder at the moment. Here we go, Martin with the ball. I'm kind of tempted just to do it by himself because he has got the good finishing. With the shot, straight into El Habsi. Really? It's like they want us to lose this game because of our ridiculously good long winning streak. Yeah, 9 shots for us so far, and they've all been dreadful. I don't think I've done a good one. Here we go, into Naki Wells with the shot. Again, El Habsi with the save. He's been incredible in this game. I'm not too sure how many saves he's actually made, but we're going to get the ball into the box. Hughes with the header, deflected, and they still clear it off the line. This must be scripted, and there's no way that this can't be scripted with this many saves and clearances and stuff like that. Thomas Ince here, last throw of the dice. If we can just get a consolation goal, that'd be quite nice. Again, cleared out for the corner. And there it is, another loss. We've not done too well, like, in this game. We did well, but I want to see how many saves Al Habsi made, because a little bit too many. 7. Kind of won the game in the first half and then just shut up shop for the second half and made it really difficult for us to score. So we have sold Scott Carson there for 1.7 million to Sheffield Wednesday. There was a better bidding there, 1.8, but it's just a little bit of money. We had to sell him because the board wasn't happy with our financials. But yeah, board expectations. Domestic, we've reached the round of 32, so we're pretty happy with this. Anything from now in the FA Cup is good. Automatic promotion, we're in that at the moment, just about. I think we're going to have a look at the table though after this game against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. I'm really tempted to find a replacement for Bailey though. He just hasn't been performing since signing for the club, but he has grown to a set. Like, the only reason I'm keeping him is because he keeps growing, and at the end of the season I'll probably be able to get 10 to 15 million for him. And yeah, so we've also sold Lee Grant for 825,000, giving us an extra 600,000. This is funny. This is EA at their finest. Darren Bent, he's expiring. I'm not going to keep him at the club. I don't care if he does expire. But the team we signed him from when his contract expired was Aston Villa, and now Aston Villa have signed him back. That's flipping hilarious. That is. You couldn't have scripted that any better, EA. Thank you very much. You've put a lovely smile on my face there. Mental, honestly mental. Ooh, Blackburn Rovers rocked by Marshall demand. I think that is the winger Marshall. He wants to leave the club and he is on 6 months left on his contract. Now, what we could do with a player like this is put somebody that we're not using into it. Like, I'm trying to think who we're not really enjoying and they're still like around. Like, look how much he is now. 8.5 million for Bailey. I don't think there's anyone in the first team. See, we could put someone like Olsen, who's not really playing, and like £500,000. And they might accept that, to be fairly honest. We did obviously get Olsen from Blackburn. And Ben Marshall would be a really nice option. He's got some really good free kick stats on him. So yeah, if we could get that deal accepted, then that would be quite a nice cheeky deal on that left-hand side. So they are interested in Marcus Olsen or Martin Olsen, whichever one it is. But they want an extra 3.9, was it? Yeah, 3.9. So I'm going to I'll stick an extra million. I'll probably even go to 2.5 million, to be fair. Because I kind of do want an extra winger, just because in terms of Johnny Russell being injured for a while, we do kind of need an extra option. So into the next game then, against Crystal Palace, away from home at, of course, Selhurst Park. It is a good opportunity again to get experience against a Premier League side like Crystal Palace. In a way, it will be an easier game, but at the same time, it's probably not. So we're going to go for Wilson in this game. I'm kind of tempted to give Bailey a go as well, just because it is the cup and should have a bit more freedom. So yeah, I think we'll drop Christie actually, put Anya into left back, and put Patterson back into the team. And yeah, that should do. Obviously, we've lost both Carson and Grant. So in terms of goalkeepers, we've got Chris Wheatle, the absolute beast. Pickford and Moretti. So we're kind of being forced to play Pickford, even though he didn't have the best of debuts. I'm pretty sure he should be able to improve. Into the game then at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. Really liking the graphics that EA have done on the FA Cup for sure. They look like they are playing a strong team with Mandanda in goal, who is like 85 rated, so this might be quite a challenge. Christian Benteke up top, Marlos in behind, Zaha and Sacco out wide. Paredes from, I think that's Paredes from Roma, quite a good youngster. MacArthur, who we were looking at signing at the start of the season, but I think we've got plenty of centre mid options. Scott Dan, Joel Ward, James Tompkins and Pepe Suarez and Steve Mandanda in goal. A very strong team indeed. Obviously against the 4-2-3-1 against our 4-4-2. It'll be interesting to see how we do against a Premier League side, because against a 4-4-2, a Premier League side, we did really well. So you'll have to see. Here we go, ball into Wilson with the flick, with the shot, and it has a good save from Steve Mandanda at his near post. Oh, bloody bullshit game. Sacco with the shot, and then a ridiculous deflection. I think it was off Patterson. Pickford really hasn't had the rub of the green since signing for the club. He's got some really difficult shots to save. Yeah, comes off his knee. I'm not too sure if you're saving that first shot though. But yeah, it's Rawson actually, not Patterson. So brought him into the lineup, and yeah, scores an own goal. Not the best of starts, but hopefully we can get back into it, because I really want to have a good cup run, because when we get into the Premier League, it'll be more about staying in the league than anything else really. Ball through for Vidra. Good save from Mandanda though. Good reply after conceding that goal. Corner it. If we can get Patterson's head on this, that would be lovely. And we have found him, but he hasn't actually got enough power behind it to get it into the back of the net. Wilson to Bailey here. Zaha with the ball here into the box. Benteke, obviously a very good aerial attack, but Pickford with a good save there. It was just nicked off the player. So we have injured Paredes here at the stroke of the second half. Not too sure if they're going to make a substitution. It's kind of unlucky that the one shot that they had did go into the back of the net, because apart from that, they haven't really attacked. They've been around, but you know, we should do a little bit better in this second half, hopefully. Here we go, into Bailey, into Vidra, into Bryson on the run. Don't know if we can get the shot off here. Yes, we can. Mandanda again with the save. Going to try and get this into the box this time. Vidra's there. Score. It's Keogh. There we go. Thank you, Keogh. It was again Patterson winning the ball and laying it off to Keogh with the volley into the back of the net. I was kind of hoping for Vidra to do that, but great start to the second half. Definitely what we needed for the captain of Derby County to get that into the back of the net. There you go. Nice and easy, and we're back in the game. Here we go. Ball out to Bailey. I'm kind of hoping that we can use his pace against Joel Wall, who isn't exactly the fastest. We have got around him quite nicely. Hopefully we can get into the box. Yes, we have. With the shot. Oh, Mandanda saved it again. Substitution here for Crystal Palace, taking off Paredes for Samaras. I think both of those are brand new signings for them. So, yeah. Shot. Go on, rebound. In underside of the crossbar. Underside of the crossbar. And it somehow has not gone into the back of the net. Andreas Weimann. How has he not scored there? That should be in the back of the net. We should have won this by now. We've had really good chances and kind of given them away. Here we go, ball to Weimann. I don't know if we can find Naki Wells in the box there. I don't think he's quite got the heading ability to beat some of these taller Crystal Palace defenders, but we still got the ball with Weimann with the shot. I think that was a really good save from Mandanda again. Really, really annoying in this game. Ball into the box. Keogh with the header into the back post. Wells with the shot. Rebound. No, because somebody has been doing jiu-jitsu for a living. How does he clear that like that? And there it is, full time against Crystal Palace, a 1-1 in the end. I think we will go to a replay. I don't think we do. Yeah, we go to a replay. As you can see there, Crystal Palace had one shot, we had 10, and somehow Mandanda managed to keep him in. That Mandanda definitely won the kept him in the cup for him, because we were any other keeper probably would have gone through to the next round. But we're gonna get the replay. Gonna get a bit more money as well. I know it's not amazing, I think it's like 100 grand, but still, every little helps. So, as you can see here, the 2.75 million plus Marcus Olsen has been accepted for Ben Marshall, 25 years old. Would do a decent job on that left-hand side as well. I don't know if we really want to spend this much, though, on a player that we don't really need, but it's a nice one to have anyway, and we can always get rid of him at the end of the season if need be. But yeah, Bailey hasn't been delivering the goods, but in terms of investment, we do kind of need to get a little bit more out of him before we do sell him. Oh, so Ben Marshall, we did get that bid accepted, but he's gone, I'm going to go to the Premier League to join Sunderland. So I'm really hoping Sunderland get relegated, just because then next season, yeah, he's going to be in the Championship and we'll be in the Premier League. So into a bit of training then again, and we have added a bit of growth. Rawson growing to that 72 rated player. Hopefully he can get to 73 pretty soon, because then by the time Shackle gets to a 74, I'll just stick Rawson in and it'll be a pretty smooth transition. As you can see by the table, there is only 1 point between us and Norwich, but Norwich have played a game more than us, so if we do win the next game, then we can put ourselves, what's that, like, what, 4 points clear, so that'll be quite nice. Into the next game against Ipswich. I think we're just going to be playing 2 games in this episode, as we have got deadline day, where I'm going to potentially look at signing another player. I'm not too sure, though, we'll have to see. But we're going to have to play our second team, I believe, for this next game. I think we'll give Chris Martin a go up front, and we'll stick John Pickford in goal as well. Into the game we go against Ipswich then. We have got still the best defence in the league. We've only just gone over that 11 goals conceded. We're going to have a look at the Ipswich lineup, of course, to kick off this game. Last game of the month, of course. They are playing a 4-1-4-1, I think. 4-4-1-1 formation, basically a 4-2-3-1, with David McGoldrick up front, Grant Ward, Christoph Bearer, Tom Smith, Luke Chambers. It's a pretty good team. I think we beat them last time we played them, so hopefully we can get the same result. Here we go, Chrissy Martin bringing the ball forwards quite nicely. He has gone past a couple of players with the shot, and it has gone into the back of the net. Chris Martin getting his first goal for us since coming back on loan from, obviously, Fulham. Yeah, nice to see him on the score sheet. That's why we brought him back. We needed to get some more goals, because, yeah, we didn't do too well. We did that game against Norwich, I think it was. Like, that was his, like, just settling in, see how he does and stuff like that. And now he's actually got his fitness back. He can get some goals for us. I'm not too sure if he's got that many for Fulham. Yeah, he got 4 for Fulham in about 15 games, I think. And now he's got 1 for us in about 3 games. You see, that's what you can do with Chris Martin. That's what you can't do with Vidra and Wells and stuff like that. You can't just boot the ball up to him and try and get an attack going. Because as you can see here, we've got the shot off, hit the post, and almost made it 2-0. Literally, all because of Chris Martin just holding up the ball there, putting it out to Kamara, and creating that chance. Here we go, Martin with the ball, with the shot, and it is with the goal for Chrissy Martin. Literally out of nothing. Ball up to him, touches it down, finesses it into the bottom corner, and pretty much gets us the win there. Yeah, Olsen with the ball here. Hits up to Martin. Hits it with his second touch, like, really easy. And that's Chris Martin getting onto the scoreline. That's what I need. Like, I've missed that, just being able to hit the ball up out of nothing. I've had to build up for a really long time in the games recently, and yeah, it's been quite difficult. Here we go, Bailey. Can we get Martin his hat-trick against Ipswich? Here we go, into Martin with the shot. Oh, and it's just wide. He kind of fell onto the floor and made it kind of difficult. Here we go, Chris Martin here. Can we get his hat-trick? That's what we're looking for. He has been taken down just on the edge. I don't know if we can actually score with this with Chris Martin. He does seem to be quite good at free kicks. Here we go. Into the bottom corner. Wonderful free kick. Wonderful free kick from Chrissy Martin. Really nice angle as well on the free kicks. And he has got the hat-trick for us. 3 goals for the Scottish international. And yeah, just a great... Like, a lot of you guys didn't want me to bring him back, but I can just get really good performances out of Chris Martin. And eventually, when both Vidya and Martin are working together, obviously we've got Naki Wells in this game. Yeah, I can't wait. It's just going to be a great partnership. Maybe in the Premier League. Maybe they'll be able to be good enough. There it is, full time. Chris Martin getting his hat-trick, winning the game. I'm not too sure if the referee actually gives him the ball like they do on Ultimate Team. I won't press A, and hopefully they'll do that. There you go, Chris Martin getting the handshake from the referee and the match ball. That's a nice new feature to the game. It's a shame Chris Martin looks nothing like him. Just like, some of the faces are just too funny to be fair. But 5 shots, 3 goals. Really good conversion rate from the Scottish international. That first goal was quite a good solo run from him, and yeah, quite clinical, and getting the 3 points. Into deadline day then we go. I'm not too sure. We could actually have a look at the top deals. We will at the end of the window, just to see what the big deals are. You can see there, both the Bender brothers going from their German clubs to Spanish clubs. Christie not being interested by that Bundesliga team, and Rui Patricio going to Napoli for 33 million for a 30-year-old goalkeeper. That's actually quite a bit. So just looking at our transfers that we've actually done, we have spent 4 million and got rid of 2.5 million. A couple of those are on loan. Mitchell and both Blackman and Bennett and Lau. So yeah, we got quite a few on loan, which in terms of wages is quite good. But Pickford coming in is quite a good sign. I think it's the only signing we really need to make as well, because we did recall Chris Martin up front, who seems to be providing the goals quite nicely. And as you can see there, Mesut Ozil has gone to Barcelona for 60 mil, and Oblak has gone to Arsenal for 72.5 million. That is a stupid amount of money for a goalkeeper, in my honest opinion. So as you can see, to finish off the episode, we are still 1 point clear at the top, but we have got the game in hand. But that game in hand is against Newcastle, so a really tough game. The next episode is actually quite a good one. We've got Newcastle, then Crystal Palace a couple of days later, so I'm kind of tempted to go for a second team in this game against Newcastle, because we'll still be a point clear even if we do lose it, and then play a full team against Crystal Palace at home. We should be able to get the performance that we do need and the result that we want. And then we'll probably go up to like that Blackburn game. We'll potentially simulate against Bristol City and Cardiff. And yeah, I think there's not too many episodes left. We've got like, what? Maybe, I don't know. Got 1, 2-ish to there. 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes left of this season. Then we'll be in the Premier League. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. And see you soon. Bye.